Hey guys, tightropegaming bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on Emily Fields. Playing for today's morning. Down the bottom we've got Kaiser with OKW. Straight away locked into Breakthrough. And on the top side it is GiantDwarf with US forces gone for Airborne. In terms of rankings, Kaiser is, I think one of these, they're both around, both in the top 5. Let's just say that way. Can't remember exactly the positions, but real top of the table clash this time around. So interesting to see Kaiser does go for one. Volksgrenadier wants that sandbag construction potential, but going for a really early truck here. You don't often see trucks this early unless somebody's going for like a 2-2-1, but obviously no 2-2-1 in Breakthrough, so very strange choice here from Kaiser. Definitely expect him to go for one more mainline before building that, at least. Even if you're planning to, go for the Sturm officer, still want one more squad before ticking, I'd say. Quick retreat there for the Sturm piles. Volksgrenadier should be able to win this pretty handily. Oh, volley fire though. Causes the Fox to scatter, run back behind cover. And re-engaging after volley fire's turned off. Has left the cutoff wide open. But you can see GiantDwarf actually also going for a low number of starting units. So won't be able to fully punish Kaiser. And for an early officer into an early ambulance. So Kaiser, yeah, not going to get punished for this start. You can see, yeah, he does go for one more main line now. Like, why not do that before ticking? Get the field presence. Get the veterancy going earlier. GiantDwarf looking to overwhelm here. Here comes the next Fusilier, but not a good range for them against the Rifleman. The Rifleman going to easily win this fight. And lock down that cutoff. Okay, GiantDwarf going to bring the ambo forwards. Try keep the cutoff pressure high, perhaps. Good to go. Don't know where he's going with this, though. He's about to back into the Fusilier. Another way through here. I'm just going to do it over here.
A capture point is being overrun.
Bar's coming across. He's getting the reinforcement going, but is allowing the Sturm post to reconnect the cutoff while this is happening. It's a good angle for Kaiser here. Can't make use of the tank trap. Getting a bit of healing value going. Looks like GiantDwarf not going to push the issue too much. It's going to come across to the Muni cutoff. G43 is coming online now. Needs to keep chasing with these squads, keep the pressure on the Sturm piles. Both coming along for the ride. We'll connect this sector soon. But, I mean, still so far so good, I'd say. Very solid map control for Kaiser, considering how few units he had early on. This is a really fast AA half track still for GiantDwarf. Even after the slowdown for going for the ambulance and not speeding this out with supervised from the captain, it's still going to ride before 6 minutes. It's going to be really quick. I'm impressed. It's like, Kaiser bringing numbers into this one, and he's going to probably win. Pop on me for a bit of extra combat fighting power. Oh, okay. The on me activation might have done it there. Especially it doesn't have the G43, so they... Not very impressive.
Knock it off and listen up. The enemy is overrunning one of our
He's
capture
bringing the
points.
ambo back to do some more forward reinforcing. Power dropping in a machine gun. So GiantDwarf making heavy use of the forward ambulance.
Field promotion just came through.
He's going to jump on that with some rear echelon.
HMG are available for paradrop. Recruits are on the line.
Another machine gun.
We're losing a capture point.
Wow. Kaiser does already have a Raketen. He's going for an ISG next.
57mm AT gun now deployable by air. Airdrop runs now available. 90-day wonders.
I was kind of expecting the Sturm Officer from Kaiser.
Task complete. Crew ready.
Chose a very good time to back away right as the Rakuten was coming to range. He didn't have vision of that. A little bit strange.
Area's ours.
Gaming instinct, perhaps.
Contact! Get down!
That building taking a hammering from the AA half track. Raketen around in the corner though. And he gets one shot off.
A capture point is under attack.
Easy dodge on that grenade. Might be a pretty close fight, this one.
A capture point is
I've
under
been dropping
attack.
pretty quickly. Already used on me, so it doesn't have that as a buff. And while this is happening, a rifleman out on the edge doing some capturing. He's gone for a third machine gun now, by the way. I wonder if these two have played each other before. I was kind of wondering about the early ISG from Kaiser, but maybe GiantDwarf likes to spam these machine guns, so he knew he's going to need it. Sturm Officer, though, also pretty good against machine guns just because his vision is so long.
A capture point
Can
is
help you
being
outposition
overrun.
them. Okay, fortunately, just sticking around for the decap there. And the machine guns are just marching down the middle of the map. She's going to have to pull back a bit here, perhaps. Okay, that's a nice grenade because these models ran really far forwards to reach cover. Gets that 50 cal low. The ISG's landing some pretty solid hits on the machine guns here. Just have to be careful about his retreat. No grenades ticked yet for GiantDwarf though, so there's no retreat grenade wipe option. The double ISGs are online now. Hope to get lucky with the attack rounds. Nice to see. Okay, there's the Sturm Officer now after the second
The
ISG.
enemy
Alright.
is overrunning one of our capture points.
So it could be pretty tough for GiantDwarf, all things considered. You know, he's got a lot of machine guns, but Kaiser's got a lot of long vision units and 2 ISGs. Could imagine the machine gun struggling in this scenario.
Major reporting for action.
Still about a, good chunk of fuel away from a tank as well. So Kaiser looking to put down his tech structure as well.
All done over here.
Definitely putting that out on the map. Can offer a zone of safety to your ISGs as well. Very helpful when you're playing with those.
57mm AT gun now deployable by air.
Okay, pretty quick tear down. With the ISG starting to fire and immediately start to move the machine gun. Well, sometimes you might want to let your first shot be auto fire. The opponent's quite responsive, and then after they reposition, then you go for the barrage in their second position. Oh wow, must have had one model out of cover there. Officer gets suppressed fast. The ISGs are quite far up on the map. Try and do some auto attacks on these machine guns. Kitten does get a shot off on the A half track though, so that's good, but now retreating, so the A half track coming back in. A second Raketin could really cause GiantDwarf some trouble here, but he's taking the risk that there isn't one on the field. Sherpan's headquarters is up. Flat gun just completed. Decided to drop some artillery on it. But I don't really think it's worth it. Does have an AT gun though. Maybe he's going to try put a bit of a siege down. AT gun's rolling up here. And 2 machine guns and an AT gun, that is a powerful recipe to kill an HQ. And here he goes. He's a little bit far away though with the attack rounds. Must be about 5 range further up. Might scatter along occasionally, but yeah, not reliably at the right distance.
A capture point is being overrun.
Used to target them on the AT gun, try and inflict as much damage as possible. Kit missed that shot. A bit of a lucky break for GiantDwarf, but got out of harm's way before the second shot would have landed anyway. Oh, okay, the ISG's getting some good hits, resulting in a 50 cal decrease. Still covered by the other 50 cal. So at this stage, Kaiser cannot steal it, but he can kill it with his Raketin. Does manage to suppress the squad before they make it to the heavy cover. That's important.
75mm gun carrier ready.
Raketin getting chased off by the captain. These guys closing in to try and inflict maximum damage. Okay, GiantDwarf smells a squad wipe. Bit of a late retreat from Kaiser, and he pays for it. So ultimately a 1-for-1 trade there. Fusilier for a 50 cal. And GiantDwarf now going for the Scott.
We're losing a capture point.
The Hummy's just so much bigger, 70 versus 50 at this timing. Not really that far ahead on the KD though. Kind of interesting. I suppose US Forces, does get the free unit with their tech, but 25 population difference right now. Kaiser already just about under halfway on his VPs. GiantDwarf chucking down a couple light AT mines, it looks like. Nice driving from the A half track. Meanwhile, these squads in the middle getting beat up by the Scott. Nice G's back the other way, not landing as well. 4 kills, 2 kills. Camouflage rocket in here though, waiting for its chance to hit something. Imagine this probably has vision on the rifleman at least. Not quite on the machine gun though.
Troop ready. Back to full strength. All done over here.
Quick rotation, but A half track gets out of there pretty quickly as well. Can't really attack around with that haystack in the way either. Let's get a shot off though. Okay. Scott Barrage not hitting too much. Panzer IV about to pop out now for Kaiser. Can he turn things around with that? He is up against double AT guns. It's not going to be super easy, but also only up against 2 snaring squads. And GiantDwarf doesn't really have that much long-range vision either.
Orders to hand down. Pay attention this way.
Just got the Major Vet 1. So maybe you can use that to his advantage.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
And GiantDwarf dropping in some paratroopers right now. Still has enough room to push out a Jackson. Reinforcements might end up delaying that. It's the AP rounds. Only gets 1 shot off though.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Do you think Kaiser could maybe benefit from popping down some smoke from his double ISGs? Just got on the counter barrage here. Thought maybe the Panzer IV might come out and get rid of this machine gun as well. After he found one of the AT gun's positions. Thought he would have, you know, maybe just drove over here, forced to retreat. But maybe he's worried about a Jackson. Could get himself into some trouble if there was a Jackson. Hit the field at this timing. So it hits there from the P4. Squad does eventually get suppressed. T-guns rolling up. But failing to penetrate. So attack rounds here. Eventually the structure will get destroyed and maybe shots will start going through. Major meanwhile getting wiped. ISG's landing some good hits here. For so long. Before still going, but there's a second AT gun there. Quick to activate the Sabot rounds. Wow. Ooh. Close call on that A half track. Thought he backed it away far enough, but he was just on the edge of max range. Could have cost him. But there we go, Jackson on the field now. Kaiser has managed to fight back a bit though, thanks to that Panzer IV. I think, you know, GiantDwarf probably would have been better for him to go Jackson into Paris ultimately, instead of the other way around, but alright. Jackson's here now, ready to do some damage. Scott has to give up that barrage early. Decent dodge on the grenade. Jackson could come in from a side angle, do some attack rounds. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't. Finds a shot there though. That's the strength, you know, your AT guns can stay in the middle, and your more mobile Jackson can cut the angle.
90-day wonders fall in. Under attack.
Nice, geez, those steady performers, 7 kills on both. You know, while all the fighting has been concentrated on middle, makes it really easy for Kaiser. Doesn't really have to move them around too much. They've been landing great hits. Oh, might be regretting that one. Took a heap of damage. But GiantDwarf being quite cautious. Maybe worried about a second Raketen. We can see that that doesn't exist. The other Raketen was back at base still after retreating, but GiantDwarf not taking the risk. I would say that, you know, he's relatively safe. Wouldn't have to worry about running over mines unless you're going past, like, this kind of threshold. So there's maybe a little bit of latitude for the Jackson to go for a chase for the kill shot there. Scott seems intent on counter-barraging these infantry support guns. Hasn't been getting good results with it though. Usually just doing health damage, no model drops. Kaiser doing a really good job hiding behind this blocker here. And we hold on to mid. Jackson's posturing, maybe looking to make some moves, but no. Backing away. GiantDwarf giving Kaiser a lot of freedom here. Looks like Kaiser's going to take that opportunity to put down his mechanized truck, go for a King Tiger. GiantDwarf really needs to apply a bit more pressure right now. It's such a large army size lead for so long now, but it's really let off the gas the last 8 minutes or so. Largely since Panzer IV arrived, I'd say. Okay, he's decrewing his Jackson. Does lower the population a bit. Pushes out a second Scott. So now he's at 2106. Like just under that threshold where you start getting crazy manpower attacks happening. Still no grenades ticked for GiantDwarf either. Runs Kaiser off the fuel, and Kaiser does still need his fuel if he wants that King Tiger. Jack's a little bit far away. Should have been maybe up here. Ready for this. Gets a snare off, but it costs himself the squad. The Raketen is also maybe a little bit too far away. GiantDwarf drops his loiter. I think the Jackson needs to stay in there for one more hit, though. A little bit ugly there for GiantDwarf. Jackson too far away to support. Oh, just about gets the kill anyway, and he does. Wow, okay, well, just get lucky. Oh, nice follow through there, managing to kill off the decrewed M1. Kaiser making the most of that opportunity. Do think the Panzer IV, yeah, got a little bit unlucky going down there. Oh. Unlucky for the Fusilier.
Enemy movement on the flank. Tank landing. Combat stations. Grenadiers under attack. Hold the advance.
Kaiser probably can squeeze out one more squad before the King Tiger. Might also just want a second Raketen to support it, especially now that he's not going to have Panzer IV to help keep the King Tiger safe. So GiantDwarf going to replace that AT gun with another Jackson. Kid took a while to fire there. Probably had to finish its reload cycle. But we got to polish off that decrewed machine gun again.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Oh, hope is very low. Echelon praying they can get the kill, but not able to happen. Okay, cancelled the second Jackson, swapped it over to a Sherman, GiantDwarf. Has lost, you know, quite a few squads and machine guns, so maybe feels like he needs a bit more anti-infantry now. King Tiger just about here, but getting slowed down by the constant harass on the fuel. And Kaiser, I think, making a mistake not going for one more unit. He's been stalling for too long. As I said, I do think probably the Raketen would be the way to go. He's going to go for another Ober, though. I don't know, man. I think that's the wrong call. See, the GiantDwarf's army is now largely just vehicles. Don't see what an Ober's going to do apart from bleed against the Scots. I was even thinking like a Fusilier rebuild might be more useful than an Ober. So he's got some more snaring potential. More vision as well. Or is he going to go for the Egg Tiger? Don't see it in ones too often, but could be okay in this situation, I think. Oof. Straight away, Ober's taking a lot of damage. See, I mean, could not have usually have done the same job, but cost you way less on reinforcements. Nice use of the suppressing fire mode there. I thought that caused the Paras to get like a buff icon over their heads, but apparently not. Alright, there we go. Finally the Scots knocking out one of the ISGs. Oh, we can hear that King Tiger rolling onto the field. GiantDwarf still a good chunk of munis away from another rocket run.
We are at 200 points. Assemble till it's ready. Under fire! Taking it! 2 guns in transit! They got our lead!
Jackson in a good place for the start of this fight though. Okay, he's dropping down the assault artillery back there, and that's causing GiantDwarf to pull away. That shell really is hunting for the M1. We have that mechanized truck right next door, so it frees up these stern piles. So GiantDwarf gonna come for an attack down the side after abandoning middle. He has largely ignored this VP. He's come across here with the sweepers like once or twice, but hasn't made much of an effort to hold that VP, and does definitely have the more mobile army for all these vehicles. That Raketin went down in the blink of an eye. Double Scots and the Sherman right there. Sherman did get extremely low, but still living. The Raketin is not rebuild on that from Kaiser. Okay, he's a decent grenade on the Paras. Kaiser now completely out of munis. GiantDwarf very close to his loiter now.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Really? They got wiped back there. Wow, okay. Bit too obers, huh? A big accuracy buff at bit 2. I'm surprised though. I'm surprised they got wiped. Couple hits from the Scots, but again, pretty swift dodging from Kaiser. Doesn't drop any models, just takes health damage. Tiger stepping up, looking for the decro on the AT gun. And he locks it up. Jackson's been laying some good hits. Farming a bit of vet. But still, it's another nice win for Kaiser. Took maybe like a little bit of a risk. But the King Tigers scatter pretty strong. And GiantDwarf had no supporting infantry to force away the Sturm officer. Added up to enough damage to decro it relatively swiftly.
Gun ready.
Definitely feel like both players could be using smoke a little bit more in this match though, between the ISGs or on the Scots. GiantDwarf decroing a bunch of stuff so he can push above 100. And now he's suffering the big tax. 110 pop. But able to get out 2 Jacksons. It's a lot of firepower. 2 Jacksons, 2 Shermans. Jackson with the HVAP creeping in here. We have a second Raketen in the field for Kaiser, but it's not up here yet. Okay, quite a few misses. Kentucky's getting a little bit lucky, perhaps. Oh, speaking of luck, that Raketen going down so quickly. Sherman's taking some big damage, but sees the mechanized truck, and I think he wants to kill it. Doesn't kill it. Doesn't kill the Raketen either. I don't know, man. I think GiantDwarf's giving Kaiser a bit too much freedom here. Especially when he's got the rockets loiter to lock things down and kick the King Tiger out of the picture. I think he could have done a bit more there. I'm definitely stunned that he didn't kill either of these. Very, very surprising. Friendly fire from the mine there. Raketen needs to retreat, I'd say. A half-track looking for the squad wipe. Drops the P-47s. Doesn't quite get it. A half-track hiding nicely, though, behind the other truck. Raketen does go down again. The rocket's actually doing a decent amount of damage to the HQ structures. Shermans need to swap back over to AP if they want to reliably penetrate these. Looks like the Shredder's going to go down. Keep from the side. Oh, Sherman's still alive somehow. I guess it took maybe an awkward amount of damage from the flak base. Vision on the mechanized. Jackson should be able to drive forwards and finish it off as well. Whoa, they keep missing though. Are they trying to attack round it? Okay, there it goes eventually. Tiger's healthy again. GiantDwarf doesn't have his loiter for a wee while. We might try salvage. Some of this, but alright. That A half-track leading the charge there. It was a nice move. Healthy again. Trying to push out yet another Sherman. You have to go for another mass decrew if he wants to field it though. That's just so much armor now. The half-track rolling right the way in here. Looking for a fast decrew on the AT gun. There it goes. Kaiser dropping his assault artillery, but I don't know, man. Like, I think GiantDwarf could probably sit up here and just completely ignore it, but instead he's trying to dodge backwards. Ends up getting clobbered. Giving Kaiser a bit too much respect there, I think. He knew that he decrewed the AT gun, so his vehicles didn't have much to fear. Letting him off the hook, but finds a wipe opportunity out on the far side.
Infantry neutralized.
Tank support is here.
So that's alright in the end. More and more Raketens from Kaiser. It's pretty much all he can build.
We're losing a
He
capture
lost his
point.
other tech structures.
Sherman, taking fire! They're moving on the flank!
Okay, Sherman getting quite far up. Tiger with a little bit of a hesitation in its movement. Oh! A half-track crew gets killed by the Obers. That's going to go down. Don't think that matters too much. It's not like GiantDwarf needs it for AA or anything, but still, that's like the first pickup we've seen from Kaiser for quite some time since that AT gun died in the middle, right?
Steady up, fellas. I got orders coming.
Under fire! Contact! Ground infantry! Crowds are sniffing around our asses! Tactical point being captured!
Capture complete.
Haven't seen spearhead mode activated yet from Kaiser. Okay, bad start to this one for GiantDwarf as Jackson's in trouble. Sherman's going in, swapping between rounds though, a little bit clumsy this attack. The double Scott's kind of bailing him out, applying too much pressure to a Raketin. So everything survives. GiantDwarf's gonna have to take a large step backwards though to repair everything. Took a lot of damage here. Wow, those Vet 4 stern bios, they wiped that last rifle model really fast. He's got a huge amount of repairs required. Definitely surprised that GiantDwarf hasn't been able to apply a bit more VP pressure during this phase as well. Kaiser's army though is still pretty large, like 80 pop. It's not a big army though, it's got quite a lot of population tied up in Obers, which are pretty expensive. Just enough space there where the Sherman couldn't quite chase. Just about got another rocket loader ready to go though. Looks like Kaiser's going to try to get rid of this rear echelon. Try to miss him though. And here comes GiantDwarf. Sherman's rushing through the middle. Needs these Scott support and they're a little bit too far back. That Raketin there though, but yeah, it's gonna have to repair and try that one again. Oof. Looked like he's getting close to crushing the crew. That would have been comedy. Where's he going with this? Oh, that's the A half-tracks crew. Maybe swap the A half-tracks crew into something else.
Armor ready.
Probably the Sherman. 18 kills. As soon as that Raketin reveals itself, the double Scott's lighting it up. And deterring it before it can react. Bounce, bounce. Another assault artillery. GiantDwarf getting forced back. GiantDwarf making some moves. You know, the double Scots are working well for him, but quite able to get the job done on this King Tiger. Now Kaiser's a bit spread out. It's quite far away from his King Tiger. Oh, I thought the Sherman was going to get out of range. Must have been absolute max range kill there. The double Jacksons are nowhere to be found. But did manage to get decrew both the ISGs. Also a lot of reinforcements for Kaiser. Okay, Sherman coming in. Gonna go for a block. Double Jacksons. He's got the rockets as well. Oh, it's only one Jackson making this move though. Here come the rockets now. Abandon Sherman, uh-oh. Jackson coming in. It's like he lost sight on it somehow from the vehicle wreck. Jackson's backing away. Still will probably want one more shot to connect. There it goes. Just to seal the deal on the KT. Rocket should finish the job from here. Okay, he popped into HVAC rounds. I was wondering why he took so long to shoot there, but it's because of the HVAC activation delay. And I think that's probably going to seal the game for GiantDwarf. King Tiger dead. Sturm Officer dead. A lot of big kills. Still has to, you know, take a large step backwards though while he waits for everything to repair. So Kaiser's going to hang in here. But, you know, GiantDwarf's army's probably over double what Kaiser has now. Kaiser's not that close to another King Tiger. He's got the fuel, but having the manpower. GiantDwarf. I don't think he was expecting the third Raketten. He's making a decent move, but the third one got him. Don't want to crew that with overmodels though, so it's going to remain decrewed there for a wee while. Maybe the Scots can come back in. You see the other two Rakettens retreat, so that does free the Scots up. They have less to worry about. I was weaving around though, able to get the cap off without taking any bleed. Branching out to the far VP as well. 50 cal. There's one up here, right? Don't have to power drop one in.
Air supply of field ordnance is available.
It's a tough one for GiantDwarf because he can so easily contest the edge VPs, but if Kaiser brings like triple Rakettens, he could also lose his armor in the blink of an eye. Doesn't have anything providing with the long-range vision either, so bit tough.
The fighting has lowered the enemy down to 200 points.
Could even just leave the Jacksons decrewed back here, so they're not taking up as much population, lowering his upkeep until he sees another vehicle that he has to deal with. That's maybe what I would consider doing. Close call, but Rakettens, both of them getting away.
Tank support is here.
Okay, nice use of the smoke. Buying some more time. Just about brought the VPs back to even somehow during this window. Okay, he's going to use the Jacksons to capture. That is really risky. Quick reaction times, but That's not a risk I'll be taking at this phase. You know, 50 minutes in, long game, getting fatigued. I'd be way too scared to make a move like that. Oh, he's just outside of the capture circle. Whoops. Probably going to allow the Obers to get some shots in here. Triple Rick Hittens coming around the corner. These high vet Obers, man, they're ripping in even though the machine gun's in light cover. Okay, the Scott's getting a bit lucky. Rick Hittens spreading their damage around, so this Scott survives. GiantDwarf doesn't have any, like, infantry to stand up to this. He's got the machine guns, but a lot of them have been forced away by the Obers now. So somehow Kaiser, in spite of being, like, half the army, just keeps on fighting. Keeps on holding on to ground. Obviously, GiantDwarf has a lot of population tied up in the double Jacksons, which are doing absolutely nothing. Still, it's impressive. I definitely think he should be leaving the Jacksons decrew back here, though. Would be less responsive if he manages to decrew a Raketen. Wouldn't have as many options to then kill it, but it's worth. Okay, manages to free up some population so he can reinforce his machine guns again. Kittens looking for their next opportunity. Obers just charging up head on, no fear. The light cover, the suppression's not effective enough to take care of them. Drops the artillery down again. That's going to slow down GiantDwarf once more. The Kitten's rotating across, expecting the vehicles to be over here, and they are correct. It's a good hit from the Sherman. Softening up the Obers. But Kaiser somehow does manage to stall for another King Tiger. The GiantDwarf probably needed to just like find a spot where he baits from one angle with one of his vehicles and then comes in with everything from the other angle. I'm going to drop some smoke, try to make her get away. It's not going to go past the Raketens, so that's alright. Oh, attack round into the smoke, catches the Jacksons. There goes a Scott, but might lose a Raketen. Okay, that's something. Jacksons took some big damage from the KT though. Oh, the 50 cals are roasting the Raketens. All three of them getting to work here. But two Raketens survive. Just. GiantDwarf still a lot of munitions away from a rocket loiter again. Jackson missing. GiantDwarf knows he's got, you know, maybe another 30 seconds before the Raketens are back on the front line, so should take advantage of that. Try to be a bit aggressive. Probably hear the King Tiger rumbling around. Jackson's a little bit too far away though. Doesn't manage to lock down the cap over here. I mean, the safest choice now for GiantDwarf is just to stall until he gets another rocket loiter. It'll put the King Tiger out of the action and free up his vehicles. But that's still, you know, maybe a couple minutes away. They run out of light cover there, so they do get suppressed. Seen the march of the Raketans, but here's the march of the 50 cals. 4 of them rolling in here. There's Sherman getting a bit of a flank happening. The Raketans on the run. Good hit from the HE Sherman. Looking for more. Gets the Raketans super low. Here come the Jacksons. One of them's popped HVAP, but still bouncing. Sherman's looking to get rid of the Shrek. I don't know, this Jackson's spinning around on the spot. Sherman's looking for the squad wipe, and they get it. Sternpire down, that's big. Jackson's a bit mismatched during this fight, though. Captain really wants the capture, but Ober's too threatening. Either way, that was pretty good for GiantDwarf. In terms of results, maybe could have been clean execution, but got the Sternpire wipe. Ah, there goes one of his Jacksons. The Raketans are high vet, they're shooting fast. Gotta react quicker than that. Sherman coming around, he's on armor piercing, I imagine. Jackson's going in as well. Raketans are there. Jackson bounces. Jackson's still alive. Sherman going in, he's fast. He secures the kill. Oh, Jackson takes the wrong exit.
A medium tank was just lost.
Goes down. Sherman coming in for more. Doesn't have to worry about snares, so he can get aggressive like this. Does have the forward battle group though for reinforcements. Still got the D crew though. Machine guns just locking it down. Should probably just leave that one on the VP, honestly. Vehicle crew getting wiped.
Krauts have 75 points left.
Double Sherman's inflicting a healthy amount of bleeds. Of course, Kaiser's income is a lot higher than GiantDwarf's.
Shot over. A capture point is under attack.
Can bear it. He cannot bear the triple cap, and that's locked up finally by GiantDwarf. This should be GG.
They just fell to 50 points.
All the craters making it way easier for the Obers to overwhelm the machine guns frontally, but again, he finds a spot where he's not in light cover. If he just stayed where the craters were a bit better,
Sherman ready.
could have had better results, I think. There's just forced retreat from the Sturm officer trying to make something happen. Machine guns facing the wrong direction here. Here come the Shermans though from the side. 3 Shermans now. Getting down. Ober's gonna go down. Kaiser calls the GG. Yeah, solid match. Interesting early game for GiantDwarf with that early ambulance forward reinforcement style. It's just a bit of a strange early game all round, like both players going for fewer mainlines than normal. But then it all kind of worked out because both of them were a bit weaker than normal. Yeah, good cut-offs early on for GiantDwarf. Slowed things down a bit for Kaiser. Nice, fast A half-track, which he used very well in this game. But Kaiser fighting back nicely, like, considering he's down by 20 population at least for the vast majority of this game. He made it a really close one. You know, when you're having to micro all of these vehicles, having to jump vehicle crews in and out and stuff, can get a bit overwhelming. I think that's what we saw from GiantDwarf in the late game. Just hard to keep up with all that stuff. So even though he had a massive army size lead, he just wasn't able to convert it into a killing blow until the very end. But yeah, I do think that first Panzer IV got a little bit unlucky going down over here. These things happen. GG. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like what can be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.